I'm Elvira Guzman. I'm an author, speaker, publicist, and talk show host. I've owned a publicity company for 10 years after starting my career working for Steve Harvey as a radio and television producer. I've worked on TV and films with celebrities like Halle Berry, Forrest Whitaker, Terrence J, Amber Rose, Mike Epps. I've done concerts for Ice Cube, The Game, Music Soul Child. I've worked on books for Shirley Strawberry, Troy Byer, and I've done philanthropy projects with Hollywood's heroes like Danny Trejo. Throughout my career, all of the projects I've done have had one common thread. They all help people find their way. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Elvira, and I'm very excited to be here with you guys today because I know today's show is going to help heal a lot of you. Today's topic is love yourself and heal. Like many of you, I also struggle with loving myself. I have that pesky voice in my head telling me that I'm too fat, too short, too everything. And it's difficult to live day by day knowing that not just others are telling me negative things, but I'm also telling myself negative things. Typically, we're trained to love ourselves the way that our parents loved us. So if our parents brought us up saying things like, you're beautiful, you're intelligent, you could do anything in this world, odds are that we're going to grow up with high self-esteem and we're going to believe that. Now, on the contrary, if your parents told you things like, you're dumb, you're going to be just like your father or mother in a negative way, then odds are we're going to believe that also. And because what we believe will manifest, that's who we're going to turn out to be. Other factors that could contribute to us not loving ourselves are abusive relationships, negative friends, when we get sick, when we're bullied in school, and of course, media's depiction of what beauty is. Like all of you, I was manipulated into thinking that beautiful was a size 2, blonde hair and blue eyes. So when I looked in the mirror and I didn't see that, I would feel terrible. Other factors are, as mentioned, when you're in a negative relationship like I was, where my partner would tell me negative things that I was, because there was a time where I was sick, and he would say things like I was too skinny, too ugly, no one was ever going to want me. Those things really impacted me. And after hearing that over and over again, I started to believe that because I internalized it as truth. And now those are the things that broke me down. I'm telling you guys all of my dirty baggage because I want you guys to know that we all deal with these things. During that time, my life was really dark. I remember that I would drink so that I wouldn't know who I was because I just felt so bad about my life, and I even went as low as taking pills to try and exit. During that time, I didn't have a relationship with God. I felt that God had abandoned me and things were really bad. It wasn't until I allowed God back into my life that everything started to get better again. And so now I'm going to give you guys some tips on what I did in order to get back to a good place. And I hope that you guys do them also. So I hope you have a pen and paper to take these down. 1. I chose friends who loved me and uplifted me versus friends who would just judge me. You guys have all heard about frenemies. Well, it's true. Some people just want to be around you so that they could put you down because they're jealous of what we have. 2. I date men now that only want to do me good versus wanting to hurt me. 3. I stopped calling myself names like cow, fatty, or oh my gosh, look at you, you look so terrible, why did you eat that? Because that's not helping me. Now I say things like you're beautiful, or Elvira, you did such a good job today, you ate very, very healthy, and you didn't say any negative things to yourself. 4. I started to eat things that would nourish my body so that I could live longer versus eating things that were just poisoning my body. And it's definitely true that some foods could cause depression, so we have to feed ourselves what our body requires rather than what we want to do to anger eat. 5, I now drink for pleasure instead of drinking to forget who I am. And 6 is I meditate and I go to be still with God. I go hiking, I go to the beach, and just to be in God's presence makes me feel great. And like I mentioned, I'm telling you all of this, not so that you guys could judge me, but because I want you to know that 100% of us deal with it. Some of us just could hide it a little better than others. Okay, so we're going to get ready to start the show, but you know I like to start the show with a prayer to start with a good vibe. So I hope you guys have learned it by now, and here we go. Holy Spirit, illuminate my heart so that I can know the things that are of God. God, enter into my soul because my body belongs only to you. Sanctify everything that I think, hear, and do so that everything could be for your purpose. All right, when we come back, I'm really excited because Rosie Rivera is here to share her story, and she's going to give us some tips on how to love ourselves. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages.